Hello guys, welcome back to Fix It channel. Today in this video we're going to be doing an oil change on this 2016 Chevy Malibu LT trim. It's got a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo engine. So this car is my project car, one of my rebuilds. So first thing we're going to do is, as you can see, I've got the car resting on jack stands, both fronts. One of the things I like to do is, the right thing to do is to have the both sides leveled, because the drain plug is at the center of the oil pan. So we're gonna go ahead and so this, it would drain equally, kind of drain better. It would drain fully this way, and I like to lift up the front of the car so that the oil will drain from the rear of on the oil pan. So I've got the drain plug loosened. I actually took it off a couple hours ago. Most of the oil has drained out by now, pretty much. So to give you perspective on this one, first thing we're going to do here is, once we have the vehicle on jack stands, towards the front passenger side, under the vehicle, there's your 15 millimeter oil drain plug. So we're gonna go ahead and unscrew that since I have it loosened. It is a 15 millimeter size. It also has star shaped inside. There's a star shaped for a opening for a star shaped. I believe it might be a T30, maybe a T35. Something similar, but it's definitely a 15 millimeter. I like to use the metric bolts for ease. They're just easier for me to remember. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that to the side. Got the oil drain pan here. So as you can see, there's not much oil coming out since I've been draining it for about 2 hours. Just left it there. Next, right in front of the oil pan, got this ACDelco GM brand oil filter, and we're gonna just go ahead and unscrew that and leave it right here. So I'm just gonna give it a minute, just maybe a few seconds, to fully drain. It's actually fully empty now. So next we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you as to what type of oil we're gonna put and how much, and oil change interval on this car and all that. So right under the hood, as we can see over here, it's got to be Dexos approved. Oil viscosity is 5W30. Now GM recommends on these newer engines to go full synthetic. We're going to be using a full synthetic Royal Purple oil, my favorite oil, engine oil. So right here, this is Chevy Malibu from 2017 owner's manual. This is off the internet. The owner's manual in this car is missing, so I looked this up online right here on my tablet. If yours is a 1.5 here, 1.5 liter turbo engine, on metric you'd put 4 liters of oil. In US we would go 4.2 quarts of oil right there. If yours is 1.8, as you can see, 5 liters or 5.3 quarts. And for premier trim levels, 2 liter engine, you'd go 4.7 liter or 5 quarts of oil. So we looked at viscosity, 5W30, and this is the quantity. In this car we're going to be putting 4.2 quarts. Now next we're going to go ahead and this is owner's manual page 381. We'll go back to, I believe, 373 or so. That shows us the oil change interval schedule. Yeah, 373. So right here, for first one is tire rotation and oil change. Right here it says change oil and filter for the engine oil, and it's at every 7,500 miles or 12,000 kilometers. So right now this car has 33,000 miles. The oil life still had about 2,000 to 3,000 miles left in it. But one of my favorite things to do on every car that I work on, once I'm rebuilding them, I like to get the oil change, engine oil. So with that, I hope the quantity helps you. You can pause this screen. Oil viscosity you're familiar with, and you now know the oil change interval. So with that, I'm just gonna put that to the side. And we're gonna go ahead and once the oil drained, if you have time, you can leave it for half hour, 1 hour, and come back to it if you've got time. I like to leave it for 20 or 30 minutes if I'm in a rush. If I'm not, I like to leave it for a couple hours. So we'll just go ahead and since this plug I already cleaned it once, it's fairly clean. We'll just go ahead and plug it back in, and yeah, it just screws in easily. I'm gonna grab the 15mm ratchet in just a second. We're gonna go ahead and use this ACDelco brand, same one I picked this up at Walmart for about $7 plus tax. So this one code is PF64 if you need to know the size for this ACDelco GM brand. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this out of the box. It's basically the same filter. We just removed the old dirty filter, oil filter. So we're just gonna rub a little bit of oil around the O-ring right here so that it doesn't stick next time we do an oil change on it, or someone else does in this case, possibly. So yeah, just a second, I'm gonna get that oil all around the seal. Okay, that looks pretty good, and we're gonna go ahead and screw that in there. Okay, we go. I go tight in just 1 or 2 more tries so that it's nice and tight in there. Okay, so next I'm just gonna grab my ratchet with 15mm socket to tighten the 15mm oil drain plug all the way. As you can see, this is a 15mm one. Okay, that's tight enough. Just gonna clean it up a little bit to remove extra dirty oil there. Alright, so next we can go ahead and fill up the fresh oil. Fill it up with fresh oil basically. We'll go ahead and remove this oil cap from the engine and place it to the side. We'll go ahead and place the funnel in there. Yeah, something like that. I hope it doesn't drop. So right here we've got Royal Purple 5W30 Viscosity deck sauce approved. All GM vehicles now, they have deck sauce approved. That's for GM. They say deck sauce basically means it's more fuel efficient oil. It's supposed to provide better protection for your engine and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that all in there. Just gotta go slow at it. Yeah, this one's gonna be probably 20 to 30 seconds of just pouring oil, guys. So you can go ahead and fast forward this if you'd like. I'm just gonna do it all in one video. There won't be any editing. So at this point, that's pretty much, this video is almost done, guys. If you want to pause or fast forward. After this, I'm just going to place the cap, and I usually start the engine, let it run for about 5 to 10 minutes. Usually 3 to 5 minutes is good enough if you got to go and do something else. Yeah, Yeah, this royal purple engine oil is actually a purple color too, if you've never used it before. If you have, you know how it comes out purple at first. After about 500 to 1,000 miles, it's not purple anymore though. It loses some of that coloring after some wear and tear. So there we go, last bits of it. So this bottle came at 5 quarts. I removed about 0.8, 0.9 quarts out of it, so it was roughly about 4.1 to 4.2 quarts of oil. So there you have it, guys. Yeah, this one's all set, ready to go. Next, I would just place the oil filler cap back in here. And whoops, almost dropped that. So with that, that completes the engine oil change on this 2016 Chevy Malibu 1.5. I'm gonna go ahead and start the engine now. So with this, guys, we're all set. This would be the same standard procedure on your Malibu for years 2016 through 19. So same for 2016, 17, 18, and 19. Just gonna let it run for 5 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. Any questions or comments, leave them below. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Consider subscribing. Thanks for the support. There'll be more videos on this Malibu upcoming. Thanks for watching. Take care now.